Hi friends, in this video we see linear differential equation with variable coefficient. Right, the other name is Cauchy's homogeneous linear equations. You see the main thing is the differential equation has variable coefficient. So far we studied a differential equation with what is that 2d squared y by dx squared plus 3dy by dx like that. Right, but here you see the coefficient is not constant like 2 or 3. You see the coefficient is variable, x power n something, x power n minus 1, right? It has constant. Here constant is also there, but it has variable coefficient also, right? So this is what linear differential equations with the variable coefficient, right? Okay, fine. Next, where a1, a2, an are constant. This equation we can reduce to, this is a differential equation with variable coefficient, but I know how to find a solution for constant coefficient. How can we convert linear differential equation of constant coefficient? This variable equation must be first converted into linear differential differential equation with the constant coefficient. How can we convert? For that we are following some procedure. What is the procedure? We substitute x is equal to e power z, or if you take log both side, log x is equal to z. And we also substitute. How we are substituting? The procedure is not required. We are preparing for exam, so no need to derive this procedure. And also we substitute x dy by dx equal to d dash y, where d dash is equal to d by dz. Please remember, d dash is equal to d by dz. X dy by dx we have to replace by d dash y. X squared d squared y by dx squared we have to replace by d dash minus 1 y. Similarly, x cube d cube y dx cube we replaced by d dash minus 1 d dash minus 2 y. So d dash is nothing but d by dz. D is equal to d by dx. Dy by dx already we know. D squared is d squared y by dx squared, right? So the only thing we have to remember is d dash is d by dz. X is equal to e power z. Sorry. Z is equal to log x. Okay, let us solve this problem, then you will understand. So x squared d squared minus 3xd y is equal to x plus 11. This is the problem we have to solve. You see the coefficient is variable x squared, here x, right? So first thing what we have to do, we have to replace x is equal to e power z, or z is equal to log x, right? And we know xd, we have to replace xd by d dash. Fine. So xd is nothing but d is nothing but dy by dx. So I can write xd is equal to d dash y. Y is outside, so xd I replace by d dash. Similarly, x squared d squared by d dash into d dash minus 1. So I replace xd by d dash, and x squared is d squared is equal to d dash into d dash minus 1. Fine. So substitute these things in the above equation. What we get is d dash into d dash minus 1 minus 3 d dash y is equal to x should be replaced by e power z plus 11. Simplify this, what you get is d dash squared minus 4 d dash y is equal to e power z plus 11. Fine. Now it is becoming, what do you call, a constant coefficient. It is only constant, there is no variable x. So now I can write ae as m squared, d dash is nothing but m squared minus 4m is equal to 0. This gives m is equal to 4 or m is equal to 4. So 0 or 4. So cf is equal to a power 0z because it is d dash. So everything should be in z. So please remember, since we are working with a auxiliary equation with d dash, everything should be in z. So ez plus b e power 4z. This is a typical roots with the different real and different. Roots are real and different. Next we find pi. Pi is, we know, 1 by d dash square d dash minus 4 d dash ez power plus 11. So I split into two parts. 1 by d square and d dash square minus 4 d dash is it comes under the category of type 1, right? So plus 1 by d dash square minus 4 d dash 11 into e power 0 z. This is also type 1 method of finding the particular integral. Fine, so substitute all the values and simplify it. What you get is e power z divided by 3 plus z divided by 2d dash minus 4 11 e power 0 z. So if you simplify, minus e power z divided by 3, right, it is z by 2d dash, right? So 11, it's simply what you have, so it will become minus 11 z, right, divided by 4, right? So you see, you have to integrate it, right? So it is nothing but integration. So you know how to solve this also. 1 by 2d dash, this is what it is looking like, type 3. Fine. So solve that. What you get is minus 11z divided by 4. So y is equal to cf plus pi. Cf is a plus b e power 4z minus e power z divided by 3 minus 11z by 4. Fine. Okay. So that is the answer. So if you have any doubt, please see. It's not even type 1, it is type 0. Type 1 itself we can solve. What we can do, whenever we have e power a z format, what we do, replace this d dash by 0. So what will happen? Z by 2 into 0 minus 4. So that is minus z by 4. That's what I have written here. Minus z by 4. It is 11. So you can solve by using type 1 itself. No need to go to type 3. Right? So simply, because whenever we have a power ax format, we will replace d by a. So that's what we have done here. So this is my y. Simple answer. Fine. Okay. And the next problem is, let us solve this. What is that? Okay. So x squared d squared minus xd plus 1 y x sine log x plus 1 by x. This is what we have to do. Okay, so as usual, substitute x is equal to, okay, sorry, here I have stopped with this. We aren't answering x. So what we have to do, we change everything into x. So it is a plus b e power 4. Z is nothing but log x, right? My answer should be in x. So e power log x by 3 minus 11 log x by 4. So that's very, very important. So a plus b e power log x is nothing but x. So x power 4. E power log x is x power 3 minus 11 by 4 log x, right? So like that we have to solve. E power log x is equal to x. Okay, now we solve this problem because we know answer must be in x. The next problem is this is the problem. We have to do substitute x is equal to e power z or z is equal to log x. Fine. So what we do, this is the first thing we have to do. Then as usual, we substitute x squared d squared as d dash minus 1 x d dash plus 1 y is equal to x is nothing but e power z sine log x is nothing but z plus x is e power z, 1 by x is e power minus z. So simplify this, what you get is d dash squared minus 2d dash plus 1 y is equal to e power z sine z plus e power minus z. Okay, so now what we have to do, find auxiliary equation. This is differential equation with the constant coefficient, right? So we can find auxiliary. M squared minus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0, m is equal to 1 comma 1. So this implies complementary function is equal to c1z plus c2z because everything in z into e power z, right? Roots are real and equal. Okay, next particular integral. Particular integral is given by 1 by d dash squared minus 2d dash plus 1 e power z sine z plus e power minus z. This is what my pi. I split into two parts. So first one e power z I substitute, replace d by d plus 1. So e power z, it is type 4. This is type 1. Right? So 1 by d dash plus 1 whole squared minus 2 d dash plus 1 plus 1 sine z, right? Plus 1 by d dash squared minus 2d dash plus 1 e power minus z. Fine. So this will be type 2 e power z divided by, if you simplify all the things, what we get is 1 by d dash squared sine z, right? Here replace d dash by 1, d by 1, so minus 1 square minus 1, right? Minus 1 square is 1, here d dash is minus 1, so plus 2 plus 1. This is type 1, right? So you know how to solve type 1. So here a is minus 1, so replace d dash by minus 1. So minus 1 squared minus 2 into minus 1, so plus 1. Okay, this is giving 1 by d dash squared is integral with respect to integral d sine z 2 times. So sine z integration minus cos z integration minus sine z. So it is minus sine z plus e power minus z by 4. So this means integral twice with respect to z. So this is what this is minus e power z sine z plus e power minus z by 4. So this is my particular integral, right? So y is equal to cf plus pi. Fine. Cf we know c1z plus c2 e power z minus e power z sine z plus e power minus z by 4, right? So everything in z, what is z? I want everything in x. So z is equal to log x. Substitute that value. Z is equal to log x. If you substitute everything, so c1 log x plus c2 e power log x minus e power log x sine log x plus e power minus log x by 4. So c1 log x plus c2 e power log x, x minus x sine log x. Fine. Sine log x e power minus log x is 1 by z, 1 by x, 1 by 4x. So 1 by 4x. So that's what my y. Because e power z is it is e power z. E power minus log x is 1 by x. e power log x is x, e power minus log x is 1 by x. So simple method. In the TRB and competitive exam, they ask us to find a particular integral only, right? So directly we can find. I hope you understand this question. If you have any doubt, please ask me in comment section. I will clarify. Thank you.